What's the first thing you think of when someone mentions the Gobi Desert? Mountain-high sand dunes and maybe a few thirsty camels? But did you know that the Gobi, Asia's largest desert spanning a surface of over 1,000 square miles, is also home to the first dinosaur eggs to have ever been found? Or that this is one of the most sparsely populated areas in the entire world, with 1 square mile of land housing fewer than 3 people? As our first stop on our trip through Mongolia, we decided to join an 8-day group tour exploring the highlights of the Gobi. Just 12 people in 2 vans and about 5,000 random goats ganging up on us around every corner. We finally made our way off the Transsiberian Railway and into the big nothing. Welcome to Mongolia. We just spent all of today and most of yesterday driving here where we are now into the Gobi Desert, and so looking forward to staying in this camp, in this gur camp, because look at that sunset. A gur is like the typical Mongolian dwelling. It's like a semi-permanent dwelling, and I say semi-permanent because it's not concrete, it's just a type of tent, a yurt that they put up. They live in it for like 2 or 3 months for a part of the year, and then because they're nomadic, they move on to somewhere else.
You see these everywhere. I mean, you don't see them very often, but like once every 10-15 kilometers you see a couple of them. And it's really where they live in, and they make these themselves, and tonight we're going to sleep in it. Come on inside.
It's gonna get dark. Alright, so we made it into our gur. There sleeps 5 people from our group. There are 12 people in our group, but we can't all fit into the same gur because it's not that large. But I'm super happy that there were beds because I know the locals sleep on the floor, so I wasn't really sure. But we don't have to sleep on this beautiful wooden looking vinyl that we have here, because we have actual beds. And they're not super comfortable, they're a bit hard, but I think they'll do the trick. And we have our sleeping bags, so we'll be warm. I think these gurs are pretty warm because people sleep in them. I mean, the locals sleep in them when it's like -30, -40 outside. This is like the central piece of the gur. This is actually like the window. Normally this opens up, and when it's good weather, when it's not nighttime, or when they light like a stove or a fire in the gur, they open this up and it's not covered. You're actually not supposed to stand under it. For some reason, it brings bad luck. There's a lot of things you can and cannot do in someone's gur. Normally men sit on a certain side, women on the other side.
Can you move clockwise?
Yeah, you move clockwise as well. And of course, the gur is completely round. There are no corners in it, and that is supposed to bring like a better energy to the place. It only takes the locals, like people who live a nomadic lifestyle, 30 minutes to set up a gur. Just putting each of these in would take me like 30 minutes. And
like I said, the world record is 8 and something minutes.
Yeah.
In the World Nomad Games.
So we started the morning off in a lovely way. After breakfast, they slaughtered the goat. We watched the whole thing, like from when it was frolicking outside one of the gurs until now that they're cutting it open. They sort of rip out the heart, and then the goat's alive for like, oh no, I think another 5 good minutes. The heart keeps popping up. I'm very happy that I opted to have vegetarian meals only on this trip. I think I'll stick to that, at least for the next few days.
Alright, we're heading off to a hike to go to some canyon here.
Yes.
Good morning. After slaughtering that goat.
Yes, which was a lovely moment in our
After
day.
breakfast and slaughtering that goat, which indeed was a lovely moment. We are now hiking to the canyon over there. It's all the way in the back, you can't really see it.
The Flaming Cliffs, it's called.
It's called Flaming Cliffs, supposed to be very beautiful. One of the highlights as well on the trip.
Yeah, because they're like bright red cliffs and it's like a canyon. You could call it like a small Mongolian version of the Grand Canyon. That's where we're heading off to.
The not so Grand Canyon.
The not so Grand Canyon. The not so grand Gobi Canyon.
And we keep saying this, but the landscape are just amazing. Let me just make.
This is like a panoramic view. Can you believe this?
There's
I mean,
nothing else besides
us and a few tents.
Us.
Few gurs. Sorry, that's not a tent.
Gurs. And over there we can maybe see it's like 500 meters, maybe a kilometer We can see a Gur camp over there with like 10 Gurs, and that's it. That's the only thing that we can see.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It will be about half an hour, that's what they told us. But Mongolians are not that good with time. I think they have some kind of other definition of time.
It's
or
all
some,
very relative.
I don't know, maybe it's like a small bump in the time-space continuum, but
Yeah.
half an hour is usually not half an hour here.
No, it's not. Yesterday, when we asked them how long it would take us to drive all the way from where we started yesterday morning, look! And did we mention it's windy? It's a little bit windy. I'm hoping you can even hear us above the wind. But anyway, yesterday we were like, how long will the drive take to get to the Gobi Desert, to the Gur camp? About 7 hours. I think we spent a good 9, maybe more in the van.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
And
a
in the end we asked like, how far is it? 30 kilometers, and then we drove 30 kilometers and we were like, how far is it? Yeah, maybe, you know, 30 kilometers, maybe 2 times 30 kilometers.
It's all in multiples of 30. So yeah. Then to head to the Flaming Cliffs, you can see them over there in the distance. It looks like it's not that far, but I mean, it's very treacherous here. The landscapes are so vast that you'd think, oh,
Yeah.
I can already see it, but you'll be walking for quite some time before you actually get there.
Wow. So we have arrived at the Flaming Cliffs. Wow, it looks
awesome.
incredible.
They're so bright red. Remember those dinosaur eggs we were talking about earlier? Well, this is where they were first discovered. In the early 1920s, American paleontologist Roy Chapman Andrews led an expedition here to the Flaming Cliffs in the South Gobi and found numerous dinosaur fossils as well as the first ever discovery of dino eggs. You won't see these finds on display here, as they were whisked off on camelback to various museums. But, according to a paleontologist from Taiwan whom we randomly met in Ulaanbataar, Mongolia to this day remains a hotspot for dino-related discoveries. Being a landlocked nation, there were no large bodies of water here for much of history, allowing the fossils to remain buried and intact under layers of soil. We'll just take his word for it, I guess. It's a pretty good view. The Mongolian version of like the Grand Canyon. Okay, it's smaller. It's not as deep, but it has the same bright red color. It looks awesome. And it doesn't have the crowds that the Grand Canyon does, because there's virtually no one here, except for our group. You can't even see those.
They're so small, they're ants.
Yes, they're ants.
We are traveling in a group of ants. In the desert, I mean, expect sand and sand dunes, but not like these really red cliffs, really beautiful. If you can look at them from the distance, it really looks like they're on fire. And that's probably how they got their names.
Let's get off them before they go on fire! So now for the hunting portion of this video, we are on the tracks of some wild goats, I think. Follow them back to the camp and we'll find food. Well, we'll definitely find goat food at the camp because we killed a goat, so...
You kill her!
I think it's a goat, no?
Or it could be just a baby wolf looking for its mother, crying for its mother. They'll be here soon, I guess. And we're just the two of us. Group's already a bit further, so I think we're pretty safe. I can outrun you, I don't need to outrun the wolf. We made it back just in time. Because it's starting to rain and it's lunchtime. It's serving lunch, so let's go. I'm hungry. French fries.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
Thank you. So usually the guys get their food first, but since Naick wasn't in the tent, I had to take his food. Almost ate all of his French fries, but decided to leave a few. Because according to Mongolian custom, apparently men get their food first. On the first day, they explained it basically to everyone when they were handing out the place, because they were like trying to find all of the men and skipping all of the women, and they were like, yeah, sorry, it's a local thing, it's a custom thing. So after a while, you get used to it, but food's actually pretty good on the store, so.
We just packed our bags. Everything we have is in our bags now. Packed them all up, leaving our nice Gur behind. I'm gonna miss it actually. They only smelled a bit like camels. You get outside and back in, that's a bit strange, but otherwise it's pretty cool.
So off to the vans.
So off to the vans. Today we're gonna drive 200 kilometers, I guess, 250. Nothing like yesterday, and then we will arrive to the sand dune, so that should be pretty cool. We're gonna spend 2 days there. That was it for today for this video. We'll make a next video out of the beautiful sand dunes and really the desert.
And the next video is going to be the highlight of the trip to the Gobi.
The highlights of the trip to the Gobi, so be sure to check out the next one. If you liked our video, please leave a like, comment, thumbs up.
Subscribe if you want to follow the rest of the journey, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.